If you ever drive down I-70 in Ohio, along the stretch of highway past midnight, you'll notice a 3-mile stretch where the right lane is under construction, completely blocked by traffic cones. Yet, no construction vehicles, no workers, just orange plastic cones stretching into the dark. Most people just merge left and forget about it. But 3 weeks ago, my GPS glitched. It told me to take an exit that didn't exist. A sharp right that led directly past the traffic cones and straight into the closed lane. I didn't think twice. I just followed the automatic voice, which sounded almost too human, and changed into the right lane. The first thing I noticed was the silence. The steady hum of my tires on the asphalt just went silent. Even though I was moving at 60 miles an hour, my radio went completely dead. Not even static, just pure, heavy silence. I tried to pull back into the left lane, but when I turned my head, there was no left lane. There was no highway behind me. Just an absolute swallowing blackness creeping up on my bumper. The road was only wide enough for my car now. That's when I saw the first speed limit sign. It didn't say 65. It said 50. And right beneath it, a smaller metal sign that read, "Match the speed or else." My stomach dropped. I looked down at my dashboard. My speedometer was fluctuating wildly, but I pressed the gas, locking it exactly on 50. A mile later, the next sign appeared out of the fog, 35. I slowed down, my brakes screaming into the silence, forcing the needle down. Every time the speed limit dropped, the fog grew thicker, and the air inside my car grew freezing cold. I could see my own breath fogging up the windshields. I tried turning on the heat, but it was as if the car had only two functions, the gas pedal and the brakes. Then I saw the final sign. It just read 0, and under it, it read, "Don't move until the inspection is done." Before I could even process it, my engine sputtered. The dashboard lights flickered and died. The steering wheel locked. My car coasted to a dead stop, right under the dim glow of a solitary, rusted lamppost. I grabbed my phone to call a tow truck, anybody, but there was no service. And that's when I noticed the shadow standing just outside the reach of my dead headlights. It was a man, or the shape of one, standing perfectly on the shoulder of the road, but its arms were too long, hanging past its knees, and its head was tilted at an unnatural, broken angle. I froze. I watched as the figure slowly turned its head toward my car. It didn't run at me. It just started walking, one slow, agonizing step at a time. I reached for the ignition, my fingers shaking, and twisted the key. Nothing, just a dead click. The figure reached the front bumper. Then it slithered along the side of the car. I shrank back into the driver's seat as a pale, elongated hand pressed against the glass of my window and started to tap, tap, tap. Then the tapping stopped. For a second, I thought it was over, but then the car violently jerked forward. Something had grabbed the rear bumper. I could hear the metal groaning under immense pressure, the back tires lifting slightly off the asphalt. My phone screen flickered, the battery icon dropping from 4% straight to 1. Out of pure panic, I slammed my hand onto the dashboard and twisted the key one more time. The engine roared to life. I slammed the shifter into drive and stomped on the gas pedal. The car fishtailed it out of there, tearing through the fog. But as I sped up, I realized the nightmare wasn't over. A bright orange flash illuminated the fog ahead. Another speed limit sign. 80. I pushed the gas pedal to the floor. Then, less than 30 seconds later, another sign flashed out of the gray mist. 15. I ignore it, maintaining my speed. The tires screeched the road as the car dropped from a lethal speed, and the moment my speed hit 15, I heard it. A heavy, rhythmic thudding right outside my passenger door. It was keeping pace with the car, on foot. I could hear long, wet limbs slapping against the asphalt, and the horrific sound of joints cracking at high speed. It was right next to me, just on the other side of the glass. I stared straight ahead, praying for the next sign. When it finally appeared, it read, "Resume normal speed." I floored it. The fog instantly shattered. With a deafening pop, my car burst through a wall of gray and slammed back onto the real, brightly lit I-70. I drove straight home. I locked every deadbolt, threw every curtain shut, and didn't sleep a wink. Tonight marks exactly 3 weeks since I took that exit. An hour ago, I posted my story on a popular horror forum. I ended the thread by saying, "It's been 3 weeks, and it feels nothing more than a nightmare." I hit submit. Within 2 minutes, my phone started vibrating relentlessly. One user wrote, "Bro, you're lucky. As long as you follow the signs perfectly, it lets you out." Another chimed in, "My uncle took that lane back in 2021. He panicked and didn't follow the speed rules. He made it home, but 2 weeks later, his car was found idling in his driveway, empty." My chest tightened. I typed a reply. When the sign said 0, I restarted my engine and drove away. I also ignored the 15 sign. It unfortunately made me go to 15. What happens? The forum thread exploded. Then a user named Nightwatcher99 commented, "If you didn't follow the speed rule roads, it tracks your phone's GPS to find where you live. It usually takes about 3 weeks to catch up. Look at your notifications. If a user with a blank, disordered name has commented on your post, it's already there." My heart stopped. A new notification popped up. A comment from a username made of completely broken, unreadable code. It just read, "Turn around." And then the lights shut off. My ears popped. The low, heavy silence from the highway flooded my bedroom. The bedroom door was slightly ajar. Standing in the narrow gap, hidden in the shadows of the hallway, was a tall, skeletal shape. Its head was tilted at the same broken angle, resting against the door frame. Its unnaturally long arms were slowly reaching inside, fingers gripping the wood. It hadn't lost me 3 weeks ago. It was taking its time, luring me into a false sense of security. I can't scream. I can't run. My phone lights up with the final comment. I see scrolling over and over. Always follow the road's rules. As the darkness swallow me, I only have one thought repeating in my head. Why did I trust it? Why did I listen to the GPS and take that exit? The record of this encounter is now closed. If you wish to witness the next entry in the archive, consider subscribing. Until next time.